My name is Wendy Baxter, and I have probably one of the coolest jobs on the planet. I get to climb in and study giant sequoia trees.
My name is Anthony Ambrose, and I am a canopy biologist. I've loved trees and climbing trees my entire life. The first time I actually climbed a giant sequoia was just life-changing. There's no branches down low, and you're just climbing up this massive orange trunk.
Anthony is actually the person who taught me to climb. His enthusiasm and love for these trees is just contagious. The trees themselves are just enormous. I mean, it's almost hard to understand how big they are. It's really quite a long climb to get to the top. Sometimes it's hard to believe. It's like, what? I'm still going? Where is the top of this thing? Just seems like they're never ending.
You get into the branches and limbs, and you get to see how really big and gnarly and complex it is.
It almost feels like I'm in multiple trees because it has all of these trunks coming up, almost kind of like a hand. Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
As you reach the top of the tree, you break out into the light. It's just almost kind of like experiencing, a sunrise.
It is definitely a magical, mystical place. You also start really getting a sense of the scale and perspective that you can only get from being up in the crown of one of these massive trees. I am climbing on this living organism, something that is much bigger and older than I am, that I need to respect. They're just so big and you're so small.
One of the things that's so interesting about the giant sequoia trees is how long they can live. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years. And although they are incredibly resilient, we've managed to change our climate so much. We just don't really know how they're going to deal with climate change.
And in order to understand how those changes are affecting these trees, we need to get up into their crowns, get samples, measure the conditions that they're experiencing so that we can get a better picture of how they're doing and how they might do in the future.
Being such large organisms may make them more vulnerable as the planet warms and as there's less water available. We've found on a typical summer day that these trees can use 2,000 to 3,000 liters of water in a single day. And that's an enormous amount of water, especially when you take into context an entire forest of these trees.
As conditions continue to change, as temperatures continue to increase, and as snowpack continues to decline, it just may get too hot and dry for them.
The rate that temperature is increasing on the planet is unlike anything that these trees have experienced in the past.
And as tough and resilient as these trees are, every organism has a limit and a threshold beyond which they can't survive. And if they're not able to continue to grow, then we're going to lose that irreplaceable forest that we love so much.